Ladies and gentlemen, let's gaming to the video. Let us discuss pre-order bonuses yet again, shall we? I, like many Aliens fans, was extremely disappointed in Sega's last foray into the franchise, known as, of course, Colonial Marines. But like sunlight which passes through the storm that's been pissing on you as you walk home, and you've also forgotten your umbrella, Sega have offered us a ray of hope with Alien Isolation. Fantastic. So we've got fear elements. Check. Anticipation. Check. Awesome graphics with next generation animation. Check. 2 hours of exclusive pre-order bonus missions which allow you to play as the original crew and on the film locations. Check. Wait, what? So, news has been going around various websites for the past few days, and despite my initial reaction of, well, I don't really know if this is worth covering, I noticed an alarming trend. There were quite a few websites that were actually praising this behaviour. That's right, praising the act of holding back 2 hours of content unless you decide to plonk down a pledge to buy the game without it being in the hands of Metacritic, to seeing how it runs, to see if there are any bugs or glitches, to see if it actually is and plays how it was advertised, and before anyone even gets to do a let's play or a user review. So you may call me crazy. Many of us would probably agree that I am a little bit crazy, but I don't understand how large websites, big websites, not small websites, but big, well-known websites, can actually go with headlines. Like, one of the headlines on one of the websites I checked was Alien Isolation has the best pre-order bonus ever. What? I get annoyed, to be honest with you. I get really pissed off. As you guys know, I get really pissed off with exclusive console-only DLC, whether it's for the PS4, whether it's for the Xbox One. I just don't think it's cool, particularly when it's not like one version is slightly cheaper. We're coughing up the same amount. Sure, the PC does get a little bit cheaper sometimes, but still, that's because, they don't have to pay licensing fees to either Microsoft or Sony to put the game on the bloody console. Plus, most of the time it's digital anyway. So, and those DLC missions on consoles are generally an hour at best, and typically they're fairly crappy. You might get an exclusive weapon, which does kind of piss me off more, but whatever. But in this case, it's 2 hours of content where you actually get to play as the original cast. You get Sigourney Weaver and all of the original cast members. So, in case you've not heard about this, in the main game, you get to play on a space station with all new cast members, including Amada, who's Ripley's daughter. I won't mention any further because I don't want to spoil the storyline, just in case you've deliberately not been checking out. But anyway, in this DLC, this exclusive pre-order DLC, you get to explore the Nostromo spaceship from the original film as the original crew. Apparently the aliens will sport the same dynamic intelligence as the main game. Well, at least they're not reusing the Alien Colonial Marines AI, I suppose. That's a good thing, right? And there's also another mission where it's called Last Survivor, where you get to play as Ripley during her escape from the ship. Oh, and in addition to all of this fun, some of these pre-order bonuses are only available at select retailers. So if your favourite mum and pop store, you go to, doesn't offer this, you're going to be pretty much SOL. And while we're gnashing on the heel of that little subject, of that little nugget of joy, you might have also heard that GameStop in the States are helping developers involving themselves in basically development of games. And this caught the attention of, once again, quite a few websites, right? But GameStop have since promised that they won't make any changes on how things work. And a couple of websites have then reported, don't worry, everything's cool. They're just, they're just doing it because, they just want to make sure everything continues just how it is. Alright, fair enough, /sweat. So now it's an endless cycle we've got, where developers and publishers know people will like the pre-order because us as customers, and I'm guilty of this as well, might I add, I'm not holding myself above this, especially when it's a game that I really want. I'll just say to myself, well, you know what, I want to buy this game. It looks kind of cool, right? It looks awesome. I don't want to pay the extra content as DLC because, you know, a lot of the time pre-order bonuses will be available at, like, you know, a low price of like $2.99 or $4.99 or whatever they end up charging. So that we don't want to pay that. You know, we feel that we're getting like a good deal. It's marketing at the end of the day. So we think we're getting a great deal by coughing up, and we feel it's like the old psychology of we're getting something for free when it's not. It's baked into the price of the game, right? So, instead, we say to ourselves, you know what, I don't want to pay extra for this. It could be really, really, really cool content. I mean, in this case it is. Let's just be honest. It's the original cast on the original, like, you know, adventure, if you will. It's just ridiculous. It's Alien at the end of the day. So, I don't understand. It boggles my bloody mind. It just astounds me that larger websites, so influential websites at the end of the day, are actually saying that this is one of the best pre-order bonuses ever. How? Why? So back in the day, I'm talking not too long ago, especially before console downloadable content was a big thing. Like PCs, it was a small thing, but not that big of a deal. But back in the day, you would pre-order if you knew a game was likely to sell out. Knew it. It was pretty inevitable. Like, for example, Metal Gear, Grand Theft Auto, those type of games. I mean, just as a slight aside, back in the day I was extremely lucky I managed to get a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga on the Sega Saturn without pre-ordering. I lucked it because there were very few copies made in the UK. I was pretty young at the time, so I just didn't think of pre-order it, and I pure lucked it. I had to basically beg and plead with several different shops just to help me out, get me a copy, and then I basically begged them pretty much just to keep the copy for me until my parents could take me down there. As I said, I was young, so I managed to grab it, and it was pure luck. I pretty much got one of the last copies available. So yeah, there's that. So, you know, other games, maybe it'll come in like a metal case, like Quake, for example. It had like the whole metal thing going on. It's pretty cool, brush metal look. There were special audio CDs in certain games as well, for limited production runs. I believe Castlevania Symphony of the Night, there were other titles. So you actually felt, when you were buying this sodding thing, that it meant something. You know, if it was either you knew it was going to sell out, or you knew that there was a very, very, very limited edition. It was something that, you know, they were doing like as a special thank you or whatever, and so you were just like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to cough up the extra. But you know what, despite my criticizing heavily Alien Isolation in this video, you know what, a lot of games just aren't any better. This isn't even a mention of various versions of different games. I mean, not even able to buy or get all of the pre-order content in some cases. Like Watch Dogs had what, like 5, 6 different versions? I can't even remember now. But I do remember there was an actual sodding spreadsheet. A spreadsheet! Just think about that just for a second. A spreadsheet to tell you what version of the game comes with what. So then you have to, as a customer, go through that spreadsheet and say to yourself, okay, well this one comes with this, and this one comes with that, but that one actually comes with this item, but it doesn't come with that item that I also really want. And then you have to basically figure out what version of the game gives you the best content for the money that you're paying, despite the fact that you're actually basically giving the developer money and the publisher pretty much a guaranteed sale up front. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that is not cool. Anyway, guys, I've got a lot more to say on this subject, but to be honest with you, it's kind of pissing me off. I don't usually do ranty types of videos that often, to be honest, as you know, but this actually kind of frustrated me. And it's actually not even so much Sega that's doing this that's frustrating me, if I'm totally honest. It's actually the fact that so many websites and so many people seem cool with it. And that just really boggles my mind. It's like you telling me 1 + 3 = 2. It just, you know, and then you're being really insistent that, and everyone around you is telling you that that's the number, and it just doesn't make logical sense to me on this. I just don't understand how so many sites can be praising this behavior. It is pretty abhorrent, in my personal opinion. Anyway, I shall see you soon, my good friends. Take care, and bye for now.